everyone, welcome back to Yusuf Reacts. Today, we're diving into the magical world of the Nutcracker. The Untold story, a unique take on the classic Nutcracker tale that blends fantasy and adventure in a way you've never seen before. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more movie reviews and insights. Alright, let's get started. Released in 2010, The Nutcracker. The Untold Story is a film directed by Andrei Konchalovsky, who reimagines the beloved Nutcracker story with a fresh and exciting twist. It stars Elle Fanning, Nathan Lane, and John Turturro. If you're expecting the traditional ballet adaptation, think again. This film offers a darker and more adventurous spin on the classic tale. The story follows a young girl named Mary, played by Elle Fanning, who finds herself in a magical world after receiving a Nutcracker doll from her uncle. This world is filled with fantastical creatures and dark forces. Mary must navigate this realm and help save it from the evil Mouse King, portrayed by the talented John Turturro. One of the standout aspects of this film is its diverse and memorable cast. Elle Fanning delivers a charming performance as Mary, bringing both innocence and bravery to the role. Nathan Lane adds a touch of humor as the eccentric Professor Drosselmeyer, while John Turturro's portrayal of the Mouse King adds a menacing and captivating edge to the villain. Visually, The Nutcracker, The Untold Story is a feast for the eyes. The film combines practical effects with CGI to create a richly detailed fantasy world. The costume design and set pieces are truly impressive, giving the film a distinct and immersive atmosphere that sets it apart from other adaptations. The soundtrack, featuring a blend of traditional Nutcracker music and new compositions, adds another layer of magic to the film. The music complements the action perfectly and enhances the overall fantasy experience. From the imagination of acclaimed Russian director Andrei Konchalovsky, the cherished story of the Nutcracker will be brought to life in spectacular 3D this holiday season. The Nutcracker in 3D follows 9-year-old Mary Elle Fanning, whose dull Viennese Christmas is suddenly filled with excitement and adventure. Following the arrival of her beloved uncle Albert Nathan Lane and his gift of an enchanted Nutcracker. On Christmas night, Mary's new friend, the Nutcracker Charlie Rowe, or NC, comes to life and takes her on a wondrous journey into his magical world of fairies, sugar plums, and other Christmas toys which come to life. Mary soon realizes that this fantastical kingdom is facing danger from the tyrannical rule of the evil Rat King John Turturro and his devious mother Frances de la Tour. When NC is taken hostage, Mary and her newfound boyfriends must uncover the secret of the Rat King to rescue NC and his kingdom. Based on the story that inspired acclaimed Russian composer Pyotr Tchaikovsky, who created the music for the iconic ballet. The film includes 8 exciting new songs penned by Oscar-winning lyricist and librettist Sir Tim Rice, The Lion King, Evita, Jesus Christ Superstar. The movie is set in 1920s Vienna at Christmas time. Mary Elle Fanning lives with her parents Richard E. Grant and Julia Vysotskaya and her younger brother Max Aaron Michael Drozen. She is upset that evening because her parents are going to a party that night, while Mary wants the whole family to be together for Christmas. However, she is cheered up by her visiting uncle Albert Nathan Lane, who gives both her and Max a beautiful doll's house and a Nutcracker doll nicknamed NC, whom Mary immediately takes a liking to. That night, NC, voiced by Shirley Henderson, comes to life in front of Mary and grows to human height. He tells her that he must talk to his friends in the dollhouse, which is in the sitting room by the Christmas tree. They go downstairs and Mary finds that the sitting room has grown to an enormous size, or they have grown smaller so that they appear to be the height of toys. In the doll's house, Mary meets NC's friends. Feelgood, a gentlemanly chimpanzee. Tinker, a pernickety opera singer, and Styx, a drummer boy. After climbing the Christmas tree, Mary meets the Snow Fairy, who resembles her mother. The Snow Fairy tells Mary that NC is in fact a prince who had his kingdom taken over by the anthropomorphic Rat King John Turturro. and his cruel mother, the rat queen Frances de la Tour, who was also the one that turned him into a nutcracker. She manages to turn him back into a boy Charlie Rowe temporarily, due to Mary truly believing in the magic that is happening. NC dances with Mary. They then climb to the top of the Christmas tree where he points out his city in the distance. Since NC was turned into a nutcracker, the Rat King has been oppressing his people and forcing them to work in a number of nightmarish factories, where the children's toys are burnt to form a large black cloud over the city. He does this to block out sunlight, which he is afraid of. Mary suggests that they destroy the factories to scare him away. Unbeknownst to them, two of the Rat King's spies who have seen them dancing report back to tell the Rat King that NC is alive and a boy again. The Rat King gets his mother to turn NC back into a nutcracker, then sends his pack of rat dogs, robotic Rottweilers with sharp steel teeth, to cut down the Christmas tree. When the tree falls, Mary suddenly wakes up in her own bed and runs downstairs to get NC. Her parents do not believe her when she tells them the events of the night and disapprove of her wild imagination. The next evening, NC comes to life again and tells Mary that he intends to round up an army to fight against the Rat King. Max wakes up and, excited to see NC alive, agrees to join the fight with them. NC goes downstairs ahead of them to get the rest of the toys but is kidnapped. When Mary and Max go downstairs, they find that NC, Tinker and Sticks are being held captive in the fireplace by the Rat King and his minions. After briefly tormenting them, he brings the toys and Max back to the city. Max goes willingly due to the promise of a rat bite. After they leave, Mary discovers Gielgud, who escaped capture. They find a portal to the city in the house's attic, and after stealing disguises from a rat, search the city for their friends. With the help from an old accordion player who resembles Uncle Albert, they find the Rat King and Max in the city center, where even more toys are being taken from children to be burned. Max is horrified by this and asks to be returned home, but the Rat King imprisons him in his castle. Mary attempts to save him, but Gielgud stops her from blowing their cover. They manage to sneak into one of the smoke factories, where they find Sticks, Tinker and an apparently lifeless NC. Sticks reveals that they had managed to escape from the Rat King's clutches. But while escaping, NC was recaptured and they do not know what has been done to him. Mary rescues him from being burned and tells him that she loves him, which breaks the curse, bringing him back to life and turning him back into a boy permanently. The factory workers, seeing their prince alive, begin to fight back against the rats while Mary and NC attempt to shut down the factory. The Rat King and Rat Queen see that they will lose the war and decide to escape in a helicopter, kidnapping Mary and bringing her and Max with them. Gielgud and NC manage to board the helicopter and do battle with the Rat King, while Max successfully manages to land the aircraft into a pile of toys. The Rat King and Queen escape by returning to their original rat forms and fleeing into the sewers. NC is crowned king and peace is restored in the kingdom as everyone celebrates. The Snow Fairy reappears and tells Mary it is time for her to go back home, though she is reluctant to leave. Before she goes, NC promises that they will meet again. Mary wakes up in her own room, where her parents apologize for their earlier criticisms of her and promise to spend more time with her. She goes downstairs to Uncle Albert, who introduces her to his new neighbor, a boy her age, who resembles the Nutcracker prince and asks to be called NC. They soon become good friends, and the movie ends with them ice skating together. This film has received some negative reviews, but in comparison with many of the Christmas offerings which offer schmaltzy sentimental rubbish, this has some drama and tight spots and you are drawn into the action. The Nutcracker, when returned to life, lacks charisma, which the toy seems to have through only the voice. The contrast between Mary and her brother Max is nicely realized. Overall, The Nutcracker, the Untold story, offers a fresh and imaginative take on the classic Nutcracker tale. With its engaging story, impressive visuals, and strong performances, it's definitely worth a watch for anyone looking for a new twist on a beloved story. Whether you're a fan of fantasy films or just curious about different interpretations of classic tales, this one is sure to captivate. That's it for today's review. What did you think of the Nutcracker, the Untold story? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.